Hello. So I just spent 4.5 hours going around town looking for a job. I take back anything bad I ever said about a GPS. The only problem I had with it was that during one of my places that I tried to get to, there were 233 main streets, both 15 minutes around apart, and neither of which the one I wanted. I had to have gone to 6-7 places. I put in 2 applications, but neither of them expects that they'll have the funds to get another person anytime soon. And then I ended up going to the school and to see if I could get a job in any of those libraries, because there are like a million of them. And I was directed to an online thing for all of them. So that was handy. One application for every single library. And they're even like midnight to 6 shifts. So I'm hoping to get, if I get a job, I get a job. I don't care when I work. I don't care what I do. I just want a job. So hopefully not many people are going to want that shift. I mean, anyway, I can't imagine I'd be doing much than just being a placeholder, so I could probably get homework done. So I'm kind of hoping for those hours. I'm never gonna sleep, am I? And then on the way back, I decided that, you know what? I like listening to Phil Collins' more peacenik music when I'm going through the ghetto areas. It does my heart good. But on the plus side, Stephen Moffat, the guy who's been kind of in charge of Doctor Who this season, and who did some of the ones that you particularly like too, me as well, wrote, I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned on the videos, but I said that I'd watched Jekyll with Mom, which was kind of this mini-series modernizing the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Mom liked it more than she thought she would. And so now I'm going through a relatively new Sherlock Holmes thing, and I did part 1 of 3. They're like 80 minutes long or something this morning, and I am so hooked. Watson is being played by, I think he was the guy who was in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, but what I first think of is the porn dude in Love Actually. So it's fun seeing him there, and I don't know the guy playing Sherlock, but my goodness, I am in love. Like, you can tell that it's Stephen Moffat doing the writing. It's gotta be, because he's just got the whole genius, not quite on the same wavelength as other normal people sort of thing going on. And the actor is, I mean, he's got some of the obvious things just going around. Then he's very subtle as well in his acting, and the fact that he's tall and skinny doesn't help either. But he's so, oh my goodness, I'm having so much fun with this. I can't wait to, I never got around to eating lunch, so I'm going to work on that and then watch number 2. I am so excited. Such a good day. Good way to balance out the rest of the crap from the day. Oh, I think I must have hit every back road, every iffy alleyway, any, can't even talk, anywhere in the entire city today, and didn't even realize, like, oh yeah, they go through here all the time, because they're all different angles, and, because Buffalo, it's not even a grid, like a real city that makes sense is set up. It's like almost circular. And roundabouts? Who came up with those? They're so useless. And I saw one in a neighborhood. Like, why do you need, can't you just do 4 stop signs? Is that too much to ask? Anyway, so I've kind of been neglecting those facts of the day things. Although now you'd have a better idea of Buffalo's layout. But I figured I still got some leftover things from my classes over the summer. So, our last of the pirates, we have Blackbeard. So, his real name was Edward Teach, Any pirate fan worth their salt knows that. He sailed with a pirate Captain Hornigold. No, it's not Hornigold, it's Hornigold. Still a good pirate name, though, for a while. And then they stole a few new ships, and Blackbeard got one of them, which he named Queen Anne's Revenge. And, well, some pirates like just the gold and the jewels. Blackbeard was a ship hoarder. He just wanted to go out and capture more and more ships and put his own men in charge of them and just build up this fleet. I mean, they would keep the old crew if they were going to cooperate. And if they were not going to cooperate, they were just held as prisoners. I don't know why I guess he was some sort of moralist there, because with so many people, they ended up running out of medicine at one point, and so Blackbeard threatened the governor of Charleston for a chest of medicine, and he got it. He marooned crewmen he didn't like. Well, yeah, he marooned them. Somewhere near there, I'm guessing, because he got in trouble with the governor of North Carolina. Charleston is in the south, I think, but still, general area. And so the governor blackmailed him or something, and so he had to share his spoils? Not sure about that. After a big, bloody, deadly skirmish with Lieutenant Maynard. There's a Maynard Street or something somewhere in town, and every time I go past it, I think, why do I know that? That's why I know that. Okay. So, Maynard killed Blackbeard, and then he cut off his head, mounted it on the bow of his ship, and that's that. And as a side note, I'm pretty sure you at least know this, but one of the reasons why he was called Blackbeard, because A, he had a black beard, and 2, he would light fuses into it, just to make him, more smoky and demonic looking when he was attacking and taking over people's ships. And that's Blackbeard. So hopefully I didn't run over 7 minutes, because I don't feel like editing, I just want to eat. And watch Sherlock. And that's my day. Probably take another walk later. I want a job. I don't like being homeless. Well, I'm not homeless, but I don't like being unemployed. I don't like this. Even though it does mean I'll probably be able to rewatch Sherlock once or twice before class starts. Ha! Anyway, goodbye. Cheers.